vampires seems to be the most impossible task. So for right now, all we gotta talk about is cancelled versions of the film. So this news comes at us from Beau DeMaio, who you guys might remember is the guy that was in charge of X-Men 97, who was fired, and well, that whole legal situation. Well, some brand new reports came out directly from him because he wrote 3 different drafts of the Blade film, one iteration of the Blade film forever ago, and he detailed some of the ideas in it and what it was. So he talks a little bit about how his film was inspired by one of his favorite films, aka The Raid, and that's what he wanted to focus on. So what happened was that there was a whole angle to this film where Blade is caught in the middle of trying to protect a bunch of humans that are essentially trying to survive a vampire horde, and they are locked in this building during the nighttime, and they are waiting for sunlight so they can get out without the vampires coming after them. He then talks about how Darkhold cultists were a part of this, and it was sort of like 30 Days of Night meets Rosemary's Baby, where one of the people there that was entangled in this whole, hey, we gotta survive, was impregnated by Lilith and was essentially going to birth what is like, the ultimate demon. And that Blade is now caught in this moral dilemma of, what do I do? Do I save this innocent woman, or do I end it here? But then again, I gotta end her, and well, what happens now? Because she's about to birth, literally, the reincarnation of evil in the Marvel Universe. And then he reveals during the 3rd act of the film, the first vampire actually arrives to try to kidnap her, but a story unfolds that also includes a old voodoo object that is used in a ceremony, and Blade is able to defeat the bad guys here, and essentially it's kind of left ambiguous in terms of what happens next, and they were still working on it. Now, for members of the channel, this might sound familiar because this is kind of like a pitch that I made a bit ago about how I would reboot Blade, and there's some parallels here. And honestly, I like a more self-contained, smaller Blade film like this.